YouTube, it's your favorite friend, and I'm back again with another amazing video, man. Thank you guys for viewing the channel. Some of you guys do not have to do, man. Make sure you guys do like, comment, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share the video with all of your friends. And without further ado, let's go and get into it.
May 22nd, 2011.
This is a very dangerous situation. If you are in Joplin, please take cover.
Oh, no, alright, it's behind it. Oh, good God.
It's a massive tornado.
Get the hell out of here.
Have not found anyone alive, only found bodies.
An ordinary
Wow.
Sunday, it
Look at
became
that.
the deadliest tornado of the century. That was only the beginning. What really happened
Boy, the
that day?
whole...
To understand it, we need to go back to 2011.
Joplin.
That year is etched onto memory as one of the deadliest, most active tornado seasons on record. Hundreds of lives lost, thousands forever marked. Meteorologists observed troubling signs, aggressive atmospheric fronts, and unusual instability. On April 27th, the atmosphere burst open, unleashing over 200 twisters from the void.
What happened is it was a perfect recipe for a weather alert nightmare.
They tore through the southern and eastern U.S., from Texas to Pennsylvania.
First responders who were here were so busy pulling the living from all of this debris, they were forced to ignore the dead. That's how bad this is. You can hear the sound of smoke detectors in the distance, but no one's here. There's the smell of death.
Homes are pulverized. There is a church up there that is just now a concrete slab. You can't even see where the wood and things that made up the church are.
In less than 60 seconds, the tornado had destroyed half the homes in town. The strongest tornado to hit Mississippi in more than 50 years.
These are the most devastating storms and tornadoes this community has seen since at least 1974.
Everything is just destroyed.
For 4 days, a storm of biblical
What are you
scale
supposed to
swept
do
through the
about
region. Nearly 360 tornadoes carved a path of destruction. Textbooks would
300?
later refer to it as the 2011 super outbreak.
The huge outbreak of tornadoes in late April 2011 was so
Look
bad
at it,
that
I
earned
mean.
a special name, Super Outbreak of 2011. Only once before, April 1974, did an outbreak get named a super outbreak.
Locals barely had time to
Stuff
catch
is
their
just
breath
everywhere.
before the dust settled. Tragedy struck again. On May 22nd, 2011, Joplin faced the costliest tornado in modern U.S. history. How did it
I
happen?
mean, look at how dark the sky
It started like a
is.
postcard spring morning. In northeast Joplin, families gathered to celebrate graduation, laughter in the air, hugs all around, talk of futures just beginning. But there was something hidden, something no one saw unfolding. 190 miles to the west, the sky was starting to stir. Meteorologists were on high alert, watching every signal. 1:30 p.m., Tornado Watch 341 was issued. The probability, 15%. For a town that heard it all before, such warnings didn't sound like much. Nothing new. Another routine alarm. People were simply exhausted from living in constant survival mode. Unfortunately, familiarity dulls our instincts. Waiting could be a risky habit. 4 p.m., a thunderstorm
Man, they tell me
appeared
a
on
tornado-
radar.
if they
It
tell me a
rapidly
tornado is about
intensified
to
into
come,
a
I'm leaving.
supercell. Then it merged with another, forming a spiraling vortex thousands of feet tall. Air begins
What?
to spin like a drill. A
They
mesocyclone
can
locked
form
onto
with each other?
Joplin like a target. 5:09 p.m. The National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for Jasper and Newton. The countdown began.
We're in western Joplin, so that's looking to the northwest. As we mentioned before, a high precipitation supercell. So that means you're not going to be able to see a tornado if there in fact is one on the ground. Right now it looks like we just have some reports of a funnel cloud.
5:17 p.m. The warning was updated. 28 sirens wailed across the city. Emergency alerts echoed on the radio, TV, and weather channels. This time,
Boy.
the storm would teach a harsh lesson. Sirens aren't always heard, especially with windows closed. The hills and valleys created sound distortion, while rain and hail further masked the threat. A survey found 10% of residents, up to 5,000 people, were unaware of the warning. Of the 90% who did, 84% took the NWS alert seriously. 77% said they headed to the safest place they could find.
The safest place is not in the air. It's not up there. I'm sorry. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I've never been in a tornado. I wouldn't go high up. Like, that's the easiest spot for the tornado to come get you.
5:29 p.m. On meteorologist screens, the Hook echo became crystal clear. A strike was inevitable.
We've got some information on this storm. Let's go ahead and go to the Freeman First Alert Doppler radar. Galena is reporting, trained weather spotters in Galena are reporting now sightings of funnel clouds. Caitlin, you were telling me about that just a moment ago.
What do they get the names for tornadoes?
5:34 p.m.
And stuff? Like,
a tornado made landfall on Joplin's southwest side.
Public report, meaning that one of their trained spotters hasn't seen it, but there's our tower cam.
And that would appear to be a power flash. That could be from a lightning strike, but that is the portion of the storm that we have been concerned with.
Tornado sirens once again.
Tornado sirens once again going off in Joplin. Those are definitely power flashes that we are seeing on the ground.
TV networks and phone lines were going down. No way to carry calm professionalism anymore. No need. What they saw was terrifying. In moments, the studio was filled with voices of anxiety and fear.
Take cover.
Yes, please.
Right now.
Please,
I am telling you to take cover.
Take cover right now.
We do have a
Folks,
tornado on the ground.
This is a tornado. Yeah, this is a very dangerous situation. We cannot stress this enough. If you are in Joplin, please take cover.
The broadcast cut out. Darkness begins to swallow the city. 5:37 p.m. Just 3 minutes later, the tornado slammed into St. John's Regional Medical Center. Inside, over 180 patients and medical staff. They had received the warning. Staff followed the protocol. But time
what are the people
was
in
not
the
on their side.
Hospital that's right here cannot take any patients because the hospital has no power. It was hit very, very hard. You can see nearly every window in the hospital has been damaged. The roof severely damaged. Every vehicle in the parking lot is a total loss. They've taken all their critical care patients to a neighboring hospital, and that hospital cannot take any more patients other than life-threatening injuries.
The tornado ravaged the hospital, knocking out the main power and backups.
So what are you supposed to do if you got like a
5
broken leg or
patients
something?
and 1 visitor died on the spot.
Knock it out.
More followed in the days ahead. 5:39 p.m. Greenbrier Nursing Home. These would become the most harrowing minutes of a national tragedy, all within the walls of one building. It was a place for those who had already weathered their storms in life, and now it stood directly in the path of another. Inside were around 90 people, elderly residents, visitors, nurses. The staff reacted quickly to the warning, guiding everyone into the interior hallway. They did everything right. Still, nothing is ever guaranteed. The hum turned into a growl, and the growl to a roar. The building trembled and collapsed. 21 lives gone in seconds. 5:40 p.m. The tornado reaches Joplin's downtown core. Homes are wiped off the map. A security camera captured the street disappearing frame by frame. However, the storm was only gathering force. Charging toward Joplin High School, several wings of the school vanished. Surveillance footage caught the moment wind tore through the hallways. Windows exploded, walls caved, and ceilings crashed down. Had graduation not been relocated to a university campus miles away, it might have been the funeral of 400 more lives. Days later, pieces of the school were found over 60 miles from the city.
I just found this happy graduation, I don't know if it's a necklace or what it is, but this tornado happened at the same time that the graduation ceremonies were going on here in Joplin. The graduation ceremonies, thankfully, were not happening at the high school itself because the high school was demolished. So just one situation after another. There's a story kind of every 5 feet you walk around here.
The nearby Franklin Technology Center, the region's vocational training hub, was also struck. Everyone inside during the impact survived by some miracle. 5:42 p.m. Nature's blind fury struck the Harmony Heights Baptist Church. Inside, over 50 congregants had taken shelter. The church's pastor was sightless. But tornadoes recognize no sanctity. They don't stop for reverence or human fragility. 3 lives were lost. Their bodies were found beneath the crumbled roof. One of them was the pastor's mother.
The best mother a man could ever have. The solo that I sang was a special song that she requested that I sing. Just about the end of the solo is when they let us know that we needed to take cover.
As a symbol of faith and resilience, the church was later rebuilt. 5:43 p.m. Tornado achieved peak intensity. Winds between 155 and 224 miles per hour. EF5, the highest on the
100 miles
enhanced
per hour.
Fujita scale. For comparison, a Formula One car hits that speed at full throttle. But here, no track, no driver, no finish line. Much larger
Tornado,
scale.
you can see that it was taking out those
No,
transformers.
absolutely.
It continues to push off to the east in Joplin.
Please do not go outside and try to track this storm, folks. You can't see anything outside. It is rain wrapped. This is a dangerous, dangerous situation at this point in time.
The storm smashed into the Hampshire Terrace apartment complex. 12 more lives were taken. Dozens more changed forever. Then, like a detonation, it hit Rangeline Road. In mere seconds, AT&T, Walmart, Pizza Hut, and Home Depot were obliterated. There was almost no way to survive in that area. Cars were wrapped around trees. Others were hurled into nearby businesses over 200 meters from the parking lot. Metal twisted like foil. In one car, they later found an empty child's car seat. The driver was never identified.
At Joplin's Home Depot, the search and rescue personnel from Missouri Task Force 1 have not found anyone alive. They've only found bodies.
5:46 p.m. East Middle School, the roof being ripped into the sky. Windows exploded from inside pressure. Thankfully, the building was empty. 5:47 p.m. Fast Trip gas station.
Still going, I mean.
Customers crammed into the walk-in freezer, practically saying their goodbyes. The audio captured from inside is gut-wrenching, full of sorrow, rage, courage.
Y'all need to be getting down and under stuff.
Everybody get down. Low on the ground.
Stuff's breaking in the back.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Ooh, get down, get down, get down. Ooh, get down.
Oh, Lord.
We're good. We're good. I think we're gonna do it.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Okay. You know what? You know what? Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay in the South. Jesus ain't gonna help you with this one. He's not gonna help you. I'm sorry.
The entire
I'm not
building
even
was
100%
leveled,
sure if he's
but the
real.
people inside survived.
He's not
When they
gonna help
crawled
you.
out, the streets that had once raised them were unrecognizable. What had been alive with motion and sound, now piles of brick, shredded metal, and the smell of gas in the air.
Alright, here's the gas station that we were at. We parked right over there. Our car got blown away.
5:48 p.m. The tornado
Jesus won't
sloshed
help you,
across
he would've did it a
Interstate
long time
44
ago.
at its last somber bounds. It flipped trucks like toys, left cars wrecked and scattered along the way. One eyewitness would later say, "It looked like a giant dropped its fist on the highway." There was a point when the disaster exited the city, but not completely. Because under the rubble, voices cried for help. People were trapped. The death toll was still unknown. It was far too early to exhale. Hands were needed. 10 hospitals, doctors, everyone. So the entire city became a volunteer command center. Help poured in from neighboring states, from the north, from the south, with no orders, just human instinct.
Take a look. I mean, it's everything. It's just completely demolished. I mean, homes are destroyed. Families' lives have been turned upside down at this point. And people are just looking for their loved ones. They're looking for family members. If you take a look here at this neighborhood, all I can say is it looks very reminiscent of what we saw last month in...
So how do you even recover from all this? Like,
yeah, it's tough. No question about that.
Oh man,
The tornado
he over
outlined
tearing
a
up
quarter
and
of
crying.
Joplin on the map. 4,000 families lost homes and years of life within them. 3,500 more homes were severely damaged. Over 1,000 people were injured. More than 500 commercial buildings were destroyed. 10 schools, 2 hospitals, dozens of churches. Total damages, over $2.8 billion. But no number could account for the price of a life. Familiar voices, forever silenced. 156 chairs sat empty at family tables, and the total wasn't even final. The storm kept killing, even after the winds died. In the following days, a new enemy emerged, mucormycosis, a rare fungal infection spread from the drifted soil to open wounds in lungs. 18 cases, 5 more deaths. It took everything Joplin had, but fate did not break the city. It stood back up. Within 3 years, school bells rang again. The hospital reopened. Each other, that remains.
That's a deep video right there, man. That's a deep video, and to be honest, man, tornadoes are my biggest fear, next to heights. Heights is my biggest fear. Tornadoes and hurricanes, like a bad one, it's right there. It's right there. Like, and if I get the word that a hurricane's on the way or a tornado's on the way, I'm gone. I don't care if it's a category 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. I'm out. I'm out, man. I'm not sticking around to see just how bad. I'm not sticking around just to see how much I can handle. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the Netflix documentary, and I've seen like what happens to people who stick around for tornadoes. They go flying. You know what I'm saying? They go flying. They go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to see if I got wings. That's just me. That's just me. I don't think I have any wings to be able to be flying in the air. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool off all them tornadoes and all that. But situations like that shows you the resilience of human beings. Like, and the compassion and the love of human beings. Like, to sit there and shield another person while you get killed, there's nothing more heroic than that. There's nothing more powerful than holding your wife and you're shielding her body, and everything that's going to fall on her falls on you, and she gets to live and see another day. There's nothing more heroic than that. You know what I'm saying? And there's not a lot of people with the big enough heart to be able to do that. So, you know, rest in peace to everybody who put their lives on the lines for these situations, and rest in peace to everybody who didn't make it. Just simply didn't make it. They fell victim, and it just was what it was. Because listen, the thing about these tornadoes and these hurricanes is a lot of people simply can't afford to leave. That's the most terrible thing about it. Like, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, you should leave, you should go. But for a lot of people, it's like, go where? Where can I go? I don't have enough money to just up and leave. That's what happened. That's what happened for Hurricane Katrina. A lot of people just simply couldn't leave. So they had to just sit there and deal with it. And it just was what it was. So yeah, man, I pray that I never ever find myself in a situation. I know I was saying some stuff about, you know, religion and saying that God can't help you and all these things. But I mean, it's situations like these that arise the question, if God was real, why would he allow things like this to happen? And it's a serious question. I mean, I actually want to do a video on religion talking about these certain things, because it's like, if God was real, a loving, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-strong, loving, compassionate, whatever it is, if this God was real and you could pray to him and ask him for help, why would he even allow for this to happen in the first place? Wouldn't he just make the tornado go in a completely different direction? Like, make the tornado go into the water or some shit? I don't know. Like, I don't know. But if you ask me, it's stuff like this that makes me feel like there can't be a God, because he wouldn't allow no shit like this to happen. Long story short, let's look out for this video. If you guys do like the video, make sure you guys do like, comment, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, share the video with all of your friends, and until next time, guys, peace out. Man, this shit get dangerous. I walk up on them faded. Bitch, that TH not my latest stick. Them bitches took it. That ain't shit. That green beam laser off my hip. I brush my beard, put on.